Welcome to the Paddock Podcast with Adam McCullough, Stephen Howson, Jay Motti, and me, Joe Smith. We are live with the Paddock Podcast every single Monday at 4 p.m. on YouTube. The Paddock Podcast title sponsor is Manscaped, the global leaders in men's below-the-waist grooming. Enjoy this week's show.
That said 4 p.m.
It did, and it was lying. It's not 4 p.m, is it? You don't get that on the brew, do you? Like clockwork on the brew, 4 p.m. every Friday.
4 p.m.-ish every single Friday.
Yeah, around 4 o'clock every single Friday. But this is Monday, and we're here. This is the Paddock Podcast. That's Stephen Howson. What are you looking at there?
League table.
Let's get into this. Let's get straight into it.
Why did you do that to yourself? You've just been doing that.
Yeah, because we're talking about
Why are you two looking at your league tables? The league table is irrelevant to us.
I think there's still a chance that we can get top four.
What do you think that's going to show you?
That we might be able to get top four.
No, he's delusional.
I spoke to you earlier on a preview about drinking in the morning.
Okay, so it's delusional.
Had a big weekend, didn't he?
You did, didn't it?
He disappeared on Friday, only arrived yesterday.
United have got 6 games to go, and we are 3 points off the team currently in 4th with the same games. It's delusional to think that in 6 games, there might be a 4-point swing, having seen, 2012, 2011.
Can we beat Arsenal?
Yes. We've beaten once this season.
Will we beat Arsenal?
I don't know.
Right. Will we beat Liverpool?
Well, Tottenham and Arsenal can't both beat each other, so one of them's dropping at least 2 points.
Can we beat Watford?
No.
Can we beat Everton?
No.
Can we beat Villa?
Right,
Can we shit?
We have got to beat Chelsea.
Okay. No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
We don't have to beat Chelsea.
Yeah, we do.
Right, let's say we lose to Chelsea. Next.
Right, here's
We
the
beat
thing,
Arsenal.
right?
Arsenal and Tottenham draw, so they both drop 2 points.
How many points do you think we need?
I think, so we've got 6 games left, a maximum of 18 points. I think 12 points would get us top 4.
So give me your 12 points.
3 against Arsenal. Yeah?
Maybe.
Who else have we got?
Chelsea.
No points.
Brentford.
No, actually, Chelsea,
Brentford
1 point.
are
1
on
point.
fire.
3 points against Brentford, that's 7 points.
Whoa.
So
Brentford have won 4 the last 5.
Brighton
We're
away.
beating Brighton away.
Brighton have just beat
That's
Spurs
that's
and
11
Arsenal.
points. That's 11 points. And we'll lose to Liverpool. And then what's the other one?
Crystal Palace away.
And we
Last
beat
game.
them.
No
That's
chance.
14
No
points
chance.
and that's top 4.
Do you watch football?
I don't.
It shows in your comments.
No, I know that we're shit. And I know that we lose all the time and we drop points all the time.
I think we might win 2 of them games.
But the other thing you got to remember is...
Brentford at home, Arsenal away.
Arsenal
and then
sh-
we might get Blasky booed against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Absolutely bumperclatted against Chelsea.
Okay, fine.
We might get took down the pier against Brighton.
No, that's not true.
And then we get fucked in the arse by Crystal Palace.
No.
If I was to say to you, our
Yeah.
remaining games were like Wolves at home
Yeah.
or Burnley.
There's
Oh,
no
right.
easy
Oh, right.
games for us,
Oh,
Jake,
right.
because we
or Newcastle away.
So your argument
or Villa
is-
away with a 2-0
What
goal
easy
start.
games do you want? How about
like-
Norwich at home at 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
No,
What if I
you're
was to
still
say
nearly
to you that it
fucked
was
that up, didn't you?
Arsenal at home or other games we've won
But
this
like
season?
that Arsenal game that you referred to, right?
Yeah.
This
Carrick.
team now is not that team. That team under Carrick beat Villarreal, got a great result at Stamford Bridge where we felt a bit hard done by with
Best
a penalty,
manager we've ever had.
and we got a good result at Arsenal where the crowd were fully behind the team. Everyone was pumping. Everyone's up for it. Now we've had 4 months of disillusion, getting knocked out of the cups, watching the Scousers and City go toe-to-toe for trebles and quadruples. Everyone's bereft of confidence. We've lost certain players for possibly forever.
And yet-
it's not the same.
And yet, Jay, we are closer to Arsenal than we were then. So that's my point.
And what?
But the point is that they aren't winning every game either.
I get optimism, right? I don't
Yeah.
have a go at anyone for being
And
optimistic.
you're acting like we're 10 points off and we're 6 games to go.
I'm just
It's
going
3.
off. I'm just going off. The football I've watched over the last few weeks, I just don't see us getting the
Got to
results we need.
outpoint both of them by 4 points. Because
No,
of the goal
we've got to
difference.
outpoint Arsenal by 3 points because we're on the same goal difference. We've got to outpoint
Haven't
Tottenham.
we just got to outpoint both of them by a point, and then we? What do you mean?
No, but from what they get for the rest of the season, we
Oh,
have
right,
to get
okay,
that
sorry.
many more.
Right.
You need
Tottenham
to
is
outpoint Spurs by 4
4
because of their goal difference.
in 6 games. We've been 8 points clear at the top of the league with 6 games to go and lost it.
8 points
and
in
that's when we
April.
were good.
Exactly.
Right. So Spurs could do that.
My issue with it all, right, is
They've got 2 players scoring goals. We
I
don't.
just think
We've got one, even better.
we haven't been able
Focused.
to get a run together.
No.
Really. Spurs have had a run. Arsenal had a run, then it's tailed off.
Those runs are over now,
I
Jay.
know.
Now it's time
I
for
just
Manchester
look at us and I
United
just
to
see a
have run.
team that defensive is all over the gaff.
Yeah.
Attacking wise, other than Ronaldo, no one's doing anything.
Anything.
What, have
Like,
we got Cristiano Ronaldo?
yeah.
So that's all that matters then.
It's not all that
Who was scoring for Barcelona when they were in the stuff? Messi.
And I hate being negative because I'd love to come in and go, you know what, I'm with you. I'm booking my flights for the Champions League next season. We're going to be there.
Booking already. Where to?
To the final. Where's the final? I'll book that. We'll be there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would love to be like that, but I just have to have a look at it and
Joe,
go.
do you know what the truth is? We've won like one game in our last 9 or something, haven't we? It feels like that. I don't know if that's true or not. But I'm going to roll with it.
Some made up stat there.
So do I
We've
have to
won one
respond
game
to
all
Steve's
season.
made up stat there?
Right.
We've won 3 of our last 5 in the league.
So we won one of our last 9, right?
Exactly.
We've won about one of our
I'll
last
tell you
9.
what, we've won one of our last
1.
9 against, I don't know. I can't even find anyone.
Right. So it feels
Spurs
like we've
or
won 1
something,
in
I don't
9.
know.
But
Right.
that's surely not an argument you're going to stand by now.
Right.
Looks like it.
It does, doesn't it? Carry on.
So it feels like we've won 1 in 9.
Right. Okay.
And in that time, everyone else has shit the bed enough for it to just look like this.
Yeah.
If we'd have been 30% competent,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the opportunity is like, if we'd have just beat Everton, I could sit here
be
and
top
say,
4.
I think we're going to be in the top 4 come the end of the
To
season.
be fair, we've won 2 of our last 8 games.
Right, here's the thing.
In all comps, so it's not like that ridiculous.
Watford
Yeah.
are the worst team I've seen come to play United. What happened in that game?
Did we draw?
Yeah,
Right.
0-0.
Clean
See?
sheet.
Clean sheet.
Hey.
So defensively sound.
Everton,
Yeah.
Which was a massive improvement on the 4-1 drubbing we got
Yeah.
when we played them earlier in the
under
season.
Lampard,
4-2,
have been
4-1.
fucking terrible,
Yeah.
horrendous,
Hang on a minute.
awful, sweary,
I think-
words.
I think we've got a breaking news. Have we? Have we? Yes. Oh, Erik Ten Hag, here we go. According to Fabrizio Romano, Erik Ten Hag to Manchester United, here we go. Agreement on contract now set to be completed. Mitchell van der Gaag, priority candidate for coaching staff. Ajax and Man United in contact to discuss $2 million clause. Announcement timing depends on this, not today, tomorrow. So Fabrizio Romano with here we go.
Wait. What's changed?
Well, it's a here we go by Fabrizio Romano. That's what's changed. He's decided to go with it. He's your mate.
Okay, but what new information have we had in that we didn't know Friday?
The new information,
That graphic is done now.
yeah, is that
So
agreement on contract now set to be completed.
So it's just what Ornstein said on Friday.
Ajax and
I'm
Man
just
United
checking.
in contact to discuss €2 million clause. Announcement timing depends on this day.
I'm glad you
not today,
interrupted my
tomorrow.
scientific argument.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I got told as a here we go by Romano.
Yeah.
And let's not pretend you don't do the same. When Romano goes here we go, we all talk about it. Let's not pretend that I'm alone on this one.
Yeah.
Everyone, let's face
Well, that's
facts. Right?
groundbreaking information that we weren't
you
aware
interrupted Steve's 1 in 9 wins. Maths.
Right. Feels like 1
Between
in
you and
9.
Romano, no one's talking any bloody
but this
sense.
isn't- this
feels
isn't
like
real.
1 in
You
9.
can't feels like it. You're not the Met Office. You can't be like, oh, it's 17, but it feels like 14 because it's windy.
Hang on.
It's
Stop.
not real.
Close your eyes. Don't it feel like we've won 1 in 9 games?
But honestly, it does feel
There
like
you go.
I know it
There
does.
you go.
The league table says otherwise.
Okay, well, that's all the bollocks anyway, isn't it?
That is
Who
the only
looks at
thing
league
that's not
tables?
bollocks that
Should we
we've
go
said
with that?
so
Looked at
far.
league
Should we go with
tables,
that?
You fucking
The
loser.
league table
Should we
is
go
the
with that?
only thing that decides
Should
whether
we
we
go
finish
with
top
1
4
in
or
9?
not.
We've won 1 in 9.
Can you believe we've only won 1 in
We
9?
won in 9. Hey, but it was a derby.
If we'd have won
so I'm
more
happy.
than that, if we'd
At
have
least it
won
was
more than
Liverpool
that,
and City.
we'd have already been in the top 4.
Yeah, of course we would. But if we were even better, we'd have won the league.
Right, just to play devil's advocate, because I like Joe as my friend.
I don't know if that's true.
We've
I believe he
beaten
likes
we've
me.
beaten Arsenal, right, and we've beaten Spurs.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah. And
So,
Brighton.
Brighton. Is there not a possibility that we could get the results we need?
Jay, I play the Euro Millions every week.
Right. Are you 100% it's done? That we're not getting top 4? Are you like dying out?
I saw some.
Because I still,
from
even though I'm not with him, there's still that little. I do understand the argument of Arsenal and Spurs are always capable of being Spursy and Arsenal.
You got to beat Arsenal. If you beat Arsenal, I believe there's a chance.
Yeah.
Because
There
you've
we
kind
go.
of taken them out of it then. Because they're not
Yeah.
going to then recover from that 3-point deficit that they've got on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, what do you want then? A draw between them?
Yeah, draw. So they both drop 2 points, and that way Tottenham only need to lose 1 game, and if we win that game,
Do you know what?
then
Do you know what it
we
is,
can go
right?
ahead.
My attitude.
4% is United's odds at the
My
moment.
attitude will
Is it?
change. Will change tomorrow if we got a draw.
Yeah.
If
Well,
we
that's the
got a
point we're
draw-
not banking on.
Yeah,
Because I'm
I
thinking
would
tomorrow
honestly would
is
start believing
0.
0 points.
because it's like it's a given. I'm actually tempted if you offered me a 1-0 loss, I'd take it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What if we win though?
Don't stay.
We've been saying this for about 5 years against Liverpool.
Do you think, though, like we could?
No.
When's the last time we beat Liverpool in the league?
I also play the Euro Millions.
Can you 11v11 it, Jay, and find out? When's the last time, or someone behind the camera, find out the last time United beat Liverpool in the league? Because I can't even think of it. Was it
I remember
Rashford,
Rooney
2
scoring
goals?
I remember Rooney scoring at Anfield.
Yeah, I remember Juan Mata scoring about 10 years ago.
It's not that, is it? The 2-1?
Is it the Rooney?
No, Marcus, in it.
Rashford 2-1.
That's
Where he absolutely
ages ago.
dunked all
Did
over
you
the
say
time.
in a league?
Yeah.
Because you said about the FA Cup, didn't you? Like, we beat him in the
That's
FA
so
Cup
long
last
ago.
That was a
season.
good game, though.
3-2.
Marcus was on fire that day.
Bruno with a free kick. Or 2-1,
Do you know what I mean?
3-2? Don't remember.
We used to beat the Scousers all the time.
Yeah, but now look.
Oh, do you know what it is? It's Marcus in 2018 was the last league
awful.
game.
That is 4 years
That's
ago.
amazing. That is amazingly bad.
Yeah.
And during that time as well, we've had some. Well, we've had the 5-0, obviously.
We finished above them.
We've had 4-2, a couple of 0-0s, and a 2-0 loss. It's been and a 3-1 loss. It's been absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
Do you remember the 1-1 at Old Trafford when they were on a 20-game winning streak?
Yeah.
And we took the lead. And I've never watched the
George,
clock.
was it
at a game.
Lallana at the deaf?
Yep.
And I've never watched the clock like I did that game. The match there, the clock's there, and I was like that.
Yeah.
I just couldn't take my eyes off because I thought any minute now they're going to get an equaliser.
Just
5
before
minutes
Christmas,
ago.
wasn't it?
Yeah, they got that equaliser. And that's just, yeah. I mean, but this is it, though. Do you remember when we went 10 games at Stamford Bridge without winning? It happens.
Shit happens. And I would beat them there all the time.
I think we're going to end up with? I think we're going to end up losing something like 1-0 and it'll be like...
Really?
Yeah. I think it'll be something stupid like a bloody penalty that's controversial, honestly.
One way you can go, oh, we almost got it.
Yeah.
We almost
Do you
got
know-
it. You can be proud of that performance, even though it wasn't the result we wanted.
I've got
That
some.
kind of shite.
I've got some super chats. Get my words out, and I'll go through them. Deck Roberts says, "Why is our positional play so bad? Players popping up all over the place like an under-12s game. Bit harsh on under-12s.
Isn't it? Can it just on that point? Why is our positional play so bad? And you can sort of do that with anywhere, any sort of people throughout the team, any position throughout the team. You can say, why is it so bad?
Yeah.
How are we on the same points as Arsenal? Like, they've had a good season. Tottenham have had
No,
a tumultuous but decent season.
This is-
Arsenal fans and Tottenham fans are positive at the minute. Why do we feel like we're dying?
This is the myth of Arsenal, right? Arsenal haven't had a good season.
I know.
What Arsenal have done is
They've
they started off terribly, losing
Yeah.
the first 3 games, right? Then they had a little bit of a mini run. Then they beat Spurs in the North London derby, where that gives them all a boost. Then they start getting knocked out of cups, and everyone's again Arteta out and all that nonsense. Then they win some games, and the likes of Saka and Smith Rowe and these youngsters that they all rave about, Martinelli, score some goals, and everyone's like, oh, we're wonderful again, and Arteta's a genius and all that other drivel. Then they lose to Brighton.
Lost to Liverpool.
Lost to
And
Liverpool.
Twitter, you would think they'd won how much credit.
Because Martinelli nutmegged Andy Robertson.
Yeah,
so
in a
Trent,
loss.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that clip went viral. Like
Yeah.
that was part of a 5-0 win. Then they lose to Liverpool and people go, okay. They beat Villa, and then they lose to Palace, lose to Brighton, lose to Southampton,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden everyone's like, Arteta out again. So they've just gone like that. They've just done a typical top 4 bid roller coaster, which all the teams that are going for top 4 do.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, you don't get top 4 or challenge for top 4 because you're mint every week.
No.
You're doing it because you're struggling. And it's the same with United have done it kind of the other way around almost. We started off okay and then massively tailed off and then have sort of staggered a little bit under Ralph Ragnick, where we've had some decent results. You know, the win against Palace, win against Brighton, win against Spurs, and then we've had some, quite frankly, shocking results. The loss to Everton, the draw with Watford, the draw with Villa.
Lost to Middlesbrough. No, it wasn't in the league.
No, but you're right.
Yeah.
And it's the nature of those results as well. Like drawing away at Villa Park at the end of the world, if you'd have come back from 2-0 down, but to throw away a 2-0 lead with 20 minutes to go.
I mean, we nearly did it this week.
And exactly.
Let's be honest. This is what doesn't give me the confidence.
Yeah.
Is that Norwich carved us open. I don't even think Liverpool.
Well, I'm not being
Are
funny
you saying
though.
Liverpool like a slightly better Norwich?
I think Timo Pukki's better than Mo
Yes,
Salah.
I'm saying, Joe, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got more goals in the last week.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that Dowell, is it Dowell, that lad?
Yeah.
Hey, the one that was having a brew in between before he put it away. He had that much time to kill. He walks into Liverpool's team. Sidant Badam says, ETH, here we go, by Romano. Been seeing some goals Ajax conceded and worried as it looks similar to how we have this season. That's the spirit. I get where you're coming from, but I wouldn't look too much into what's going on there, would you? Like, I saw lots of people going on about the cup final yesterday, and I watched 25 minutes of it, so I'm now a Dutch football expert.
With the shit.
But they look like they're a bit unlucky, Ajax, to be honest with you, from what I saw.
They were leading, weren't they?
Yeah, and then PSV
Clocks
got
after
2
half
quick
time.
goals.
Are they?
Sorry? Collapse after half time.
Yeah, 2 quick goals, wasn't it? Ajax had a goal disallowed, I think, and then hit the woodwork a few times as well, or at least once. I think PSV hit the woodwork as well, though, to be fair.
Off the frame!
It was a close game. I don't think it's one of them where, you know...
Not go to PKs, no.
Sorry?
After the 4th quarter, they not go to PKs.
They go to PKs. Great
Who was that, by the way, tweeting?
I don't know. I think it might have been Louis. Steve pulled up a tweet of ours that said defence with an S. He was outraged. As a proud British patriot, he was infuriated that we'd gone with the Americanized spelling.
Disgusting.
Hey, it was disgusting.
Not fit to wear the uniform, Joe.
We'll be spelling centre-backs ER soon.
Yeah.
Hey, game's gone. Yeah,
Meter.
exactly. Saying calling away matches road games.
Yeah.
Hey,
this game's in the trash can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So apologies to anyone who was on our Twitter feed and saw that and thought we'd gone all American. Just because Joe's American don't mean me and Steve are. Yeah. Joe Prespaluski says, Steve, what happens if Arnold does a madness in the summer?
The reason I play the Euro Billions, mate.
What's he mean?
Well, he's like, he's suggested it's possible that Richard Arnold does his fucking job.
Is that a madness now? Is that what we're classing as a madness?
Yeah, because Woodward for 10 years just fucking span around.
What if that guy who's on about £1 million a week, or not, £1 million a year or whatever, does the job that he's paid to do?
It's about 5 million a year, Jay.
5 million a year, sorry. It is me underselling
100 grand a week.
It's decent, isn't it?
100 grand a week to manage United
hey.
As CEO.
You know, does a good job.
To be fair, it's a big job.
It is a big job.
It's a fucking big job. What do you think he was going to get paid?
Peter Kelly says...
It's never going to be living wage, was it?
What?
Richard Arnold, but the CEO of Manchester United gets paid a lot of money. Shock horror.
I don't mind him being over living wage.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if he's on £10.30, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. A bit more than...
I get it, because it's a big job, innit? Do you know what I mean? And I can stomach that. But 5 million a year, you know, that's... madness. Peter Kelly says, wasn't sure about beating Norwich before the game, but we reckon we shit out a 1-0 tomorrow night and ruin their league chances. You see, people have drunk the Kool-Aid. People
have been drinking everything.
Everyone's going on about the Here We Go by Fabrizio Romano, right? If you're not au fait with what's going on, and Steve's going to poo-poo this, but I'll read it out anyway. And can we get it on the screen as well, the tweet, so I don't have to keep repeating myself? Thank you, cheap people. Fabrizio Romano, 13 minutes ago, tweeted, Erik Ten Hag to Manchester United. Now, if you don't know who Erik Ten Hag is, he's the bloke that manages Ajax, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
For now.
Right, for now. So,
expert in failure. Lost the league cup, the league the other day.
Yeah.
The cup, sorry.
Here we go.
Yeah. Agreement
on contract now set to be completed. Mitchell van der Gaag, priority candidate for coaching staff. Then he's got a red emoji and a handshake emoji. Hashtag MUFC. We love hashtags, don't we, Steve? Yeah. Ajax and Man United in contact to discuss 2 million clause. Announcement timing depends on this. Not today, tomorrow. Now, the argument that Steve's making is that's not much of an update. We kind of knew that all anyway. I mean, was there any doubts today that this wasn't going to happen?
I think, it was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. At some point last week, Ornstein basically broke all of that.
When you spoke to Romano, what was he saying? 'Cause you spoke to him last week, didn't you?
Everyone's of the opinion that this is who it's going to be, and like let him just finish the season. But it's sorted. Like the backroom staff needs sorting out.
Yeah.
And I know they're in conversations with a few different people, and that's it.
Who are they in conversations with? Do you know?
Some.
You do know. Because I see that glint in his eye. Then.
Yeah.
He knows.
He's like,
and
I know
he
they're in
knows.
conversations with certain people. Who?
Don't start giving it all.
It's not mine to put out there.
Oh,
some people are being coy.
Howson, you've changed, man. You used to message me at all hours of the day
with
all sorts of info when I didn't even ask you for it.
Yeah.
And now I'm sat here as you busy, asking you a little. Just whisper it to me over the microphone.
I will say.
Go on, I won't tell anyone.
Don't believe the dismissals of Van Persie.
Okay.
For now.
There you go. Exclusive.
However, it's not straightforward. Someone was mentioning it. I think this is the reason for it. The lack of a work permit because he doesn't have his qualifications is one of the reasons.
How is that a thing? We're Manchester United Football Club. It's Robin Van Persie.
Yeah,
how is a work
permit to get
permit?
Ralph Rangnick?
I know, but
it took
still,
an extra 3 weeks.
Come on, like how can we not get a work permit?
Fucking Brexit, innit? Literally Brexit.
This is how we lost out on Michael Essien.
Yeah, and he could never play for.
There are others, and there is a lady that we are looking at as well.
Interesting.
A lady who may or may not do analytics and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. There's another rumour doing the rounds, and it's not been addressed on this tweet, but I wanted to ask you about it because there was a report that I read somewhere about the lad that you you've mentioned a few times on the Brevard you're talking about him. Is it Paul Mitchell? Is that likely, do you think, to happen? Because there's sort of people saw him and Ralph Rangnick. He's leaving Monaco, I think, or he's left Monaco. I think he
might be leaving.
He might be leaving Monaco at the end of the season.
Chelsea
people
want him
look
as
at
well.
him as a bit of a guru when it comes to the old overseeing stuff.
Should do.
Working with the manager.
He's the sort of hipster's choice, almost, isn't
You've
it?
got a little smirk there.
Like,
Seen a little smirk coming in
He's
your
kind
face
of like
there.
a big name.
I can't tell you something on air because it's not because it's like ITK stuff. It just sounds wank for me to say out loud.
Right, okay. Well, you can tell us off air.
I'll tell you off air
All right,
because
I'll
if I'm not. This isn't me trying to be like,
Mr. Inside
literally,
knowledge.
it's nothing to do with him coming to United.
Right.
Whether or not that's happening, I don't know if that's happening. It just sounds braggy and wank to say it.
All right,
I'll
okay.
tell you something.
I can.
And you
put
know what the
two
internet's
together.
like. This
Yeah.
this will get spun to fucking Kingdom Come if I say it out loud.
Is Paul Mitchell in your house right now? Is he staying at yours? Is it? Okay.
Has he messaged you recently?
And on that note, I do need a bathroom tiler.
Really?
Has he messaged you recently?
No.
Has he messaged you
okay.
ever?
What's Romano saying?
Wow.
Hey, there we go. We can read between the lines.
Is Phil Mitchell
Hey,
still your favourite Mitchell? You like Grant and Billy as well, I know that.
Billy's a
but
prick.
a
really?
weedy boy.
Yeah.
What about Phil then? You like him, don't you? Or is it Paul now?
Yeah, it's Paul.
Good lad. Interesting.
It'd be great, innit, if we had
So-
Paul Mitchell and Mitchell van der Gaag.
So on Ten
No?
Hag.
All right, fair enough.
Sorry, it would, yeah. The Mitchell thing, I get it. I'm joking. So on Ten Hag, do you like him? Do you think he's got a chance of beating Klopp and Guardiola? Like, is he shit?
That's
Is
a
he
good question,
Like,
that.
well, that's the thing.
I
Like, what
think
do you think of him?
He's got a good style of play. He definitely turned Ajax around.
Yeah.
For me, the most impressive thing about what Ten Hag's done is he got a team rinsed. Like, he had a bit of success in Europe, which is more than you can hope for an Ajax side lately. They got rinsed. Like, that team literally got picked apart. That team now literally plays in every country in Europe bar Holland. Maintained winning, kept the integrity of his team, just promoted more fucking youngsters. And who doesn't
you
want
like his
that as a
style of
football
play?
club? Yeah.
Because it's more possession based than Rangnick, isn't it? It's almost like a hybrid of Klopp and Guardiola, but
Yeah,
more
and
towards Guardiola.
I think that's to be honest, my style of play is a bit like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I like to see it. I think you've got to dominate the ball. I think the modern game requires it. I don't think you can be successful without the ball. I think any top level team, any team challenging for honours, should be a team that dominates the ball. And I think he does that. And I also think Pep's fucking 25 passes to maintain positions a bit much. You know that literally, like, you win the ball back, you make 25 passes. Now, the reason for that, Pep says you lose the ball within 10 seconds of winning it. That's the time that you lose the ball. It's also the time that you can score. So if you win the ball high up the pitch, you try and score. If you're not high up the pitch when you win it, like middle third or your own third, you make 25 passes. And now what that does is it resets your shape. And they pass the ball to reset their shape. And they pass it 25 times, and then they'll start their attack from there. That's why they end up with 800-900 passes per game. Because a lot of what they're doing is resetting the shape, and I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather be more direct. I'd rather be almost every time you get the ball, can we play it forward? And even if you've got to knock it around to drag somebody out of position, I'm about that. But can you get the ball up the pitch? Can you start creating opportunities? And I don't like necessarily what Klopp does with that. I think they put a lot. They remind me a little bit, and this is getting clipped up.
Go on.
Of fucking
Burnley.
late 80s Wimbledon.
Yeah.
There's a
Beautiful.
lot of percentage
Beautiful.
balls about what they play. Now, obviously, it's way more technical than that, but there's a lot of channel balls. It's very 80s English style of play, really.
A lot of crosses from deep as well, isn't
Yeah.
there? Overlaps, crosses from deep.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100% more technical and probably more effective than that.
Yeah, of course.
But I think, in essence, I think it lives in
Bit
that
of a-
sort of sphere.
Big punt up, get on the end of it, son. What do you make of it? Because you like your foreign football, don't you? Hey?
Yeah.
You like
I like
that,
him.
don't you? All that
He's
stuff.
got- the honest
Hey?
truth is, there isn't a young up-and-coming manager that has won the Champions League or that has done it in multiple leagues or whatever that isn't tarnished or thinks they're too good for United or just, someone that hasn't managed it at a high enough level. That person isn't there. There isn't a Jose Mourinho in 2004 or, a Klopp in, 2012, whatever it was, 13, whatever it was.
No.
Like,
there's not a million up-and-coming mega managers, is there? They kind of all get schnuffled up.
Yeah, even Nagelsmann got the job at Bayern Munich, which was by far the biggest job in Germany. Hadn't really won anything.
Yeah.
Like, he'd done good work at Leipzig, but you have to sort of take it, the rest for yourself. Like, there isn't anyone that's done it and still at a small club. So he's the best you're going to get. If you want an up-and-coming manager, you have to go for someone that did well, but at the biggest club in their country. There isn't anyone else. So I think he's the best available.
That's the one thing. I wanted to ask you this as well, because how much are you excited by him as a manager on his, what he's achieved and what he does, or how much of it is you don't really like the other candidates? Because I know
I don't like the other candidates.
You've been very, very vocal.
I don't like the other candidates, but I also
sort of,
none of this fucking matters unless he's actually given the keys.
Okay.
If he's just a fucking chauffeur,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, he has to be able to fucking drive it where he wants to take it, not drive it where Richard Arnold wants to take it.
The structure's a big thing. We've been saying that for ages, haven't we?
Yeah, and that's another reason why I would 100% leap for Ten Hag over Conte, because I think Ten Hag. And this isn't inherent in Ten Hag, but in a point in Ten Hag, you are making a footballing decision to look at a restructure, in my head at least. If you appoint a Conte, you're just carrying on normal jogging from your Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho era, where it's going to be... It's like Ancelotti. Ancelotti's not going to be asked about what the analysis department looks at. He's been doing this shit 50 years. Yeah. Just carry on doing what he's doing. Conte's going to come and do exactly the same. You've never heard of Conte overhauling systems and this, that and the other, whereas you know that Ten Hag is very hands-on and uses sports science integrally into what he does. So you bring in Ten Hag with Ralph Rangnick, ideally with a Paul Mitchell as well. I'm thinking you've now assembled like a front office that actually has a fucking clue what it's doing, rather than Ed Woodward spinning around in his chair and fucking Matt Judge asking some of the best right-backs in the world who the fuck they are.
Yeah, he's not playing for PSG right now, is he?
Go on.
With Ten Hag...
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say something else then.
Talking about like a new system and overhaul, revamp, all these words that were said when Louis came in, were said when Jose came in. I know Jose's not a stick around and change things all the way through the club. But at what point do we go, after this manager, we hire someone similar to him? We hire someone similar to them. Yeah. We keep getting the next best manager that plays our style of play. Are we hopeful that that's happening now?
Yeah, and
because
I hope
otherwise
that's why
it's another overhaul every 3 years.
I hope that's why Ralph has an input here and is able to leave some fingerprints all over the gaff. Because let's say you go 2 or 3 years with Ten Hag and you've started, even if you're like 80% of the way there, 70% of the way there with a Ralph Rangnick, a Ten Hag team, and for some reason it falls off and you get Tuchel in. Well, you're not doing a 180. You might deviate 5 or 6 degrees left or right, but it's kind of in the same vein. And if it's not Tuchel, it could be Nagelsmann by that time, because for some reason he seems to be not happy at Bayern for whatever reason. If you went from Ten Hag to Nagelsmann, you're very much moving along a similar trajectory. You're not going Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho,
that's been the problem, hasn't it?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You're not going in like 180-degree decisions. So someone that you sign for Ten Hag, very likely going to fit for what Tuchel wants to do, very likely fit what Nagelsmann wants to do. And in a way, Manchester City sort of did this in reverse. They signed Kevin De Bruyne and Sterling when Pellegrini, I think.
Yeah, no, it was here. But with a view to Pep.
Yeah, with a view to wanting to play this style of play that Pep plays.
What City got right was when they knew they couldn't get Pep straight away, they waited for him. They wanted him. He was at Bayern. We can't get him. We'll wait.
On that note,
and we'll make an offer to him that he can't say no to. Which is exactly what they did.
If United were doing that,
yeah,
the man they want isn't available. Let's wait. Yeah. Let's get him.
Yeah.
We'd have Pochettino now. So does it not worry you that from a sort of consistency perspective that we haven't gone for Poch? Even though you don't want him, he's clearly who United wanted 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago.
And I also think, and I also go on.
Woodward might have been the one who wanted.
And I also think that, okay, whilst they were waiting for Pep Guardiola, he underachieved in Europe, but he still won the Bundesliga. Whilst we haven't got Pochettino, I think his stock's fallen.
Yeah.
I think had he gone to PSG and even got to a semi-final in the Champions League this season and sort of, walked the league and won a cup, people go, okay, yeah, he's carried on. But he hasn't. He didn't win the league in the first season. He flopped in Europe twice. And people going, actually, flopped in the cups domestically. And it's like, really?
It's mad that he's won the only trophy of his career and he's almost certainly going to win the league this year, and people think less of him now than they did when he got sacked by Tottenham.
Expectation.
Mad though,
Yeah,
isn't it?
didn't
Of course,
Emery
yeah.
won like 7 trophies or something at PSG in a few years or something.
Emery's record's about 10
championships in a row.
Yeah, it's like
Got a job since.
Yeah.
Emery's record is like 10% more winning, 10% more wins, I think, win ratio than what Poch's is.
Yeah. See, that's
and
massive.
I think Tuchel's is as well. They're both
Emery's,
in the 70s. He's in like the
Emery's
mid-60s.
and Poch has probably got the best team
in the fucking world.
Yeah, out of all the managers and Urel, so yeah, player for player, he's probably got more stars than
If
anyone.
I said to you, go on, sign me a player to improve PSG, you go,
yeah,
Maybe Kante. Yeah.
Kante.
all right.
Yeah.
In midfield, have you seen the midfield?
I know. Was it Verratti, Idrissa Gueye, and fucking Wijnaldum? Not bad, is
Hey,
it?
not bad,
Di
is it?
Maria.
Di Maria. Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a question,
Kazawa.
fellas.
What?
Have you started
There you go.
your spring cleaning yet? Hey, have you?
I've done a bit of hoovering.
Because the carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and your lawn needs mowing.
Did a polish.
Good. Well, we all do that.
Well, you
don't
know
we?
what's, Joe, I
Regularly.
don't need to do my carpets because mine's laminate throughout.
Oh, is it laminate?
Yeah.
Hey, nice. Because spring has sprung, and the global leaders in below the waist grooming have the best tools for cleaning aisle 5 in your pants, or as we say, your kecks. Time to clear out your winter bush.
Who is this we're talking about?
What?
Keep reading. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Time to clear out your winter bush and join the other 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped.
Oh, it's Manscaped! Get
Trademarks
in!
by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping
Could've
and
gone
using
either way, that.
the
Yeah,
code
yeah, yeah.
Devils20. I like the fact that both of you kept us up the suspense of like, what's he on about?
Who is it?
Hey, even though you can play it
Jay,
see
get
over
your
there.
bollocks out. Show them what's what. No, don't
Because-
read this. Show them the difference.
Listen, we've all been there, right? Where we've had the little bit of, you've got the razor blades out and you've got the torch
still
in your
got
mouth. You've got the phone with the
razors
torch
that
on
you
in your
have to
mouth and you're up there and you're trying to do all this business and you haven't got the lawnmower 4.0 technology and you're hurting yourself and your missus is kicking off as to what all the noise in the bathroom and it's one of them, it's a bit embarrassing. Well, none of that, right? Because Manscaped have got you covered. You've got the lawnmower 4.0 technology.
Yeah.
You've got the trimmer. Yeah, you've got the weed whacker. You've got the skin safe technology. Yeah, to minimise nicks and cuts and all that stuff that you might get with other products. Yeah, and also you'll have to read that next bit because there's a camera in the way.
Also
here,
we go.
the start of spring marks Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Right,
My
and
favourite
Manscaped have partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection.
Bit of a tap
Yeah?
in that, Manscaped, I'm going to be honest. But I
Yeah,
appreciate
but
it.
it's the right thing to do as
Yeah,
well,
it's helping
because
out.
it's the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35. So obviously, affects.
Includes me. Just me on this
All right,
table.
don't start showing
You old
off.
bastards.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I've come out of a high-risk group. Nerds. Well, I'm in it. And thank you very much to Manscaped for
We don't
looking
get our
after
bums
us.
fingered now, Jay.
It's part of the We Save Balls initiative.
Don't get our balls felt no more.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
we just feel each other's balls just to be safe. Anyway.
Yeah, good. And that's
Right.
because
Do
they're
you know what I mean?
silky smooth
Yeah,
with Manscaped.
Daily. You can never check too often. And also with that, you get all the crop preserver, the crop reviver,
Yeah.
the anti-chafing technology, all that stuff with your little goodie bag as well. So
Yeah,
make sure you check it out.
Travel bag.
Travel bag, that's the word I was
And
looking
listen,
for.
if you go into the doctors, you don't show up with a fucking looking like you've got someone in a fucking like Joe in a triangle, do you?
Yeah,
no.
No, exactly.
You get your shit trimmed.
Mara
Trimmed
Fellaini, the leg-
with that 4.0 technology, man.
And then go let the fucking doctor perform a prostate exam on a hairy bum, are you? Have some fucking shame.
Have some class.
Yeah, 20% off, free shipping. Use the code DEVILS20 at manscaped.com. There's a link in the description. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. Hey?
Good Manscaped, innit?
Yeah,
I
like
use it all the time.
Manscaped. I do.
Yeah.
I do as well. It's a good gift.
Yeah. And it's good. It's one of the only things I trust around the back. So,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. We've got a few super chats, that's what they're called. Prince Farahis says, it's a confirmed here we go when Maguire and Tellez play at the back.
Nice.
Yeah. Abhinav Verma says, put some respect to Emery. He's taken Villarreal to Europa winners to semis in the Champions League, and Arsenal fans are Arteta in. Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he? Emery can't dispute his record. It's been pretty decent. Arsenal was a bit of an outlier, really, wasn't it?
Didn't even win a trophy there, though. Didn't
Got
even
to
win
a
the
Europa
FA
League
Cup.
final.
No, he didn't. But,
He got to the final
it's
against
Arsenal,
Chelsea,
innit?
didn't
Do you know what I mean?
He's a very good manager.
AAO, who's been a member of the Academy for 17 months, says, hi guys, great content. Assuming this is a 4-year deal as it's been reported. If you had to guess today, will Ten Hag still be here 4 years from now? Stephen?
4 years is the benchmark in it now. No one's had 4.
Who's the longest serving post Fergie? Is it Ollie?
Solskjaer, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's Ollie.
You got 2 full seasons.
It's close though, isn't it? Him
He
and
got
Jose
nearly
must have
3.
been
He
close.
got nearly 3.
Yeah.
I think Jose was 2.5.
Oh yeah, because he had caretaker, didn't he? As well. Sorry. And the back
I
end.
would say
Will it be in
4 years. And I think it'll less be on him and more on that the cultural reset that we're expecting, hoping, dreaming for doesn't quite go down so well.
Also, you have to remember how hard it is to assume or to keep up the we'll give him time for 4 years. If he's not won in 4 years, we ain't giving him time. Like, I'm not saying...
Are you going to give him time?
Well, yeah, of course.
You?
How much did we get slagged off? Sat on watch-alongs, or I'll talk for myself. How much did I get slagged off sat on watch-alongs saying, I don't want Ollie to get sacked? Or up until pretty much the week he was sacked.
I think...
of course I'll give him time. We need someone to have time because it's not going to be done overnight.
Here's the top and bottom
We're
of it,
shit.
right? It's less, and I think some people hopefully are realising this now after seeing what's happened with Rangnick. It's less on the manager and more on the selection that you're able to put out. Like, people are like, well, why is Maguire getting picked week in, week out? Who else is there?
Yeah, Varane's injured.
Literally, yeah. Varane's
Phil Jones,
not
who's played
available.
1 game in 3 years.
Phil Jones got injured after his 1 appearance. Like, I don't even know what an Eric Bailly is. Like, who the fuck are you going to play?
Yeah. What worries me a little bit with Ten Hag, not worries me, but like what might happen is it happened with Fergie this. You come in, you have a great first season or a first season where people go, okay, yeah, fine. It happened a little bit with Klopp as well. Then the next season, it's not as good, or because it's still in transition. You're bringing in youngsters, you're making new signings. It's like, and then people go, oh well, we're going backwards. Get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? I think we have to show that patience that it might not just all be one trajectory. There might be a little kink in the road as he's getting the long-term things in place, which is like what Fergie did. Yeah. And then you sort of see for the greater good. Everyone, I've seen the clip doing the rounds the other day of, you'll remember it well, Mark Hughes, the ball to Mark Robbins, where we beat Forest in the cup, and people said that saved Fergie's job because he was under pressure. But I've heard Bobby Charlton and a few others say he wasn't under the pressure that people make out because we knew what was going on behind the scenes. We knew he had the academy in order.
Martin Edwards was like, wasn't? Did he phone him on the day?
Yeah, he's like, the structure was in place for long-term success. And you know what? He kind of had a little bit of that, didn't he, Fergie? Because it kind of worked out.
He did all right in the end.
Yeah, he did all right in the end, won a few trophies and all that. So we might have a little bit of that with Ten Hag because I don't think he's going to come in and go 2 transfer windows and next thing you know we're challenging for the title, or it's all plain silly. There might be a little one where you go, actually...
What if we lose 5-0 to Liverpool at home?
I'm not going to call for his head.
No?
Depends on the performance.
No.
Well, it's not going to be a good one, is it?
Like, well, the thing is, though, does it start with, one set of tactics? He spots that you go 3-0 down, he goes, fuck this.
Yeah.
Changes it, and actually, then it's like a scrappy penalty and a deflection for the fourth
I
and
just-
fifth.
What if it looks like the players have almost given up like it did? Like, what if that's like...
I think we're back in, man. I think we stick with him.
For how long?
The thing is, you can never
his
just,
contracts.
I know you can't just...
I'll never say
boil it down to one sentence.
you can't blame the manager ever. Well, the circumstances will dictate. What did he do? Like, you have to look at what's possible. Like, some things I think Ralph needs to take the blame for, and literally tomorrow night is going to be one of them. No, I'm serious, because have we seen any defensive performances that have been impressive under him? We haven't. So you have to say, Ralph, you need to be better at that if you're going to be a coach. I know he wants to be a club builder, but
you were quite complimentary of Ralph Rangnick, I felt, on your post-match review against Norwich. You said you got to give him credit for the things that he's done and things that he's sort of had to sort out. But there's a big part of me that's been massively underwhelmed. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't know a lot about
I think a lot of the players have just fully fucking down tools.
Yeah, I just thought... I got really excited. I bought into because you were raving about him before you even got here.
And the thing is, I'm not reneged on that either.
No. Because
actually, I think you'll see the benefits of what Ralph's done. I think he's shone a big fucking mirror at the squad and gone, wanker. It
is almost a case of he's a likeable bloke who's been honest, who has stuck to his guns, we know he's sticking around. Maybe we needed that sort of reality check of it's not just the manager's fault. Because when Ollie left, it was the manager is the only problem at this football club almost. That was how the social media would have you believe. Now, this is probably going to buy Ten Hag an extra 3 or 4 months of being shit. Because we know these players are bullshitters. Like, that wasn't the storyline when Solskjaer got sacked, and it is now. So that's maybe a good thing longer term.
Yeah.
Sergio Lopez says we'll be fighting for top 4 again next season, but hopefully we can push for a trophy, FA Cup. Which academy player do you think will feature frequently under Ten Hag next season? Any
academy player?
I'm going to say James Garner.
I don't think he will.
No. Brandon Williams?
No.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't even know if Rashford will.
Hannibal Medborough.
Maybe.
Jesse Lingard.
Fucking doubt it.
You got Paul Pogba.
I fucking doubt that, man.
I forget he's technically academy. Oh, do you know what? If he wants to get me on board, bring back Danny Welbeck, bro, and I'll be fully Ten Hag.
I'm soloing, please.
I'm
Honestly,
excited by James.
That's how you win the fans over. Re-sign Danny Welbeck.
Solo on him, please. Yes. I want to be on this. Thank you.
Go to Brighton, go to Potter, and say we'll give you Pogba, Cavani, and Lingard if you give us Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, you can have their contracts. And they go, brilliant. And then they get him and they go, wait, there's fuck all left in any of these.
Danny comes home. Yeah. We changed the name of the stadium to the Danny Welbeck Arena. Zachary Purvis says...
Danny Welbeck Bowl.
Can Aaron Wan-Bissaka be a defensive fullback he likes to use or not so much, since he seems to want a ball-playing centre-back at that spot? If not, Wan-Bissaka, what about Williams?
What? Is this for fullback, did you say?
Yeah, I think he's saying, basically, can Wan-Bissaka be the defensive fullback that Ten Hag wants?
No, because he uses his fullback a lot in the build-up. Not a prayer.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few players who are going to be like...
I'm really excited.
As long as he's got the permission to be like, you're not going to lose your job. You're not going to lose your job.
You know.
How exciting is it, though, if we get 2 or 3 players, maybe a big-ish name that you're confident that can do a job?
I don't give a fuck if we don't get a single big name. I don't care.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
what he said.
Bringing in a mixture of people where you go, one for the future, 2 people he's heard of and we haven't, and then one where you go, oh, that's exciting. You know, you want something to tickle your loins a little bit.
To start doing,
but it's going to be so fucking exciting come 6th of August.
Always is. A new manager is
great, isn't it?
It's sexy.
It's exciting, isn't it? We're going to win the fucking league next season.
Do you know what
Solo, get me off screen.
Say it, Joe.
Wait.
Say it, Joe.
You're not going to win the league next season. 21 is coming, fuck it.
No pressure on Ten Hag. Do you know what, though? I fully thought we would under Van Gaal in pre-season when we beat everyone.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we're good.
Did you see the football, Jay?
Yeah.
Honestly, Fergie was known for his one-touch fucking back-to-front counter-attacking football. Some of the shit that we played in there. Barcelona, in LA, it was like Sam Johnson in net, Tyler Blackett, fucking Jesse Lingardinho, James Wilson, I think, was involved in it somewhere. It was like an Academy 11 that fucking rasclarted Barcelona. I was on Deansgate. What the fuck is that pub called on Deansgate? Watching it now on Deansgate. If there'd have been a camera near me, I'd still be getting clipped up now. Yeah. I was talking all sorts of shit.
You weren't alone. I remember going on a stag do. We looked at our first 7 fixtures, and me and my mate were putting money on us to win all 7 of them. And we lost the first one against Swansea.
I remember. Swansea.
Vive the revolution.
We'll win the first 7.
The thing is, we never played it. Real Madrid.
I know.
Was it Danny Welbeck as well?
We beat the Scousers.
We beat everyone. Just one-touch football, and then Lou was like, okay, we've had fun. We're not doing that again. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Louis, what have you done to us? Honestly, one touch us.
The film trailer was amazing. The actual film.
Yeah, we're not doing that again. You're right.
They put all the laughs in the trailer. That's what it was.
Now we're just going to keep hold of the ball
all
forever
the jokes in pre-season.
and not try and score.
Right, you see what we did in pre-season?
Yeah.
Let's take 3 times as many touches.
Let's just pass
and
it
half as many goals.
And I don't want to see you in their box ever. No. Ahmed Abdel Basit says, Romano just said there are problems with our VPs. Work permit, good job, Steve. Do you think Ralph should play 3 in the back tomorrow?
Honestly, some tactical variation would be nice.
Have you ever had 3 in the back?
Not in the back.
At the back, sorry. Do you ever play that?
No.
How hard is it to like...
Is this an office sketch? Right, so you've got 3 in your back. How hard is it? Hey?
Honestly,
you've got them, they're in behind you, and you're thinking, "Ooh, he's hard."
This is a bank holiday, and this is a family show. So you fuck yourself out.
Blatantly, you trying to wind up Gareth Keenan, right? We all saw through that. Even he did.
You're telling me you
I played a back 3 for full-time Devils FC when we twatted Arsenal Fan TV with Andy Tate up front.
Yeah, okay.
For 5 minutes.
That sounds great.
I didn't put him on 5
But it
minutes.
seems
How long
like
did you give him?
44 seconds.
there's a point where
Technically, I beat him with Andy Tate up front.
Enough to get the clip.
They had 1,000 people going out to a trial.
Yeah.
I played Andy Tate.
I remember when he came on for Oldham. Remember that?
Yeah.
They had to find a clip of him.
It looks like a full Make-A-Wish thing.
It was harsh on him.
But yeah, I played 3 at the back in that. 3-5-2.
but it feels like there's a
I had
point where
McCullough
everyone
and a
was
lad
like,
called
that's the only way
Millard.
to win leagues now.
As flying fullbacks, just fucking penetrating, giving whip. Every team at this sort of level loves a 2 up front, so you just play 3 at the back.
Yeah.
See, 3 at the back, bit of penetration.
Penetration.
It's hard, but you get there in the end.
Your box is stuffed with big, strong men.
Do you know what we were talking about earlier? About he needs to go back to Joe. I'm going to share with you lot our production meeting. I said I need Joe to be a silly goose again, right? And I don't like him being the super chat reader guy. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm with you.
We appreciate your super chats.
Yeah.
I want him to be a fucking weapon again.
Yeah.
Walking up and down here on the street outside, and he's filming himself
Just like
in
Jesus.
a dressing ground, right? Yeah. If everyone wants that, spam the comments. We want our Joe back. I want our Joe back.
Joe Smith in Lederhosen bursting through the door.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I love that.
I want him writing sketches. I want to come down here, ask why does it smell like sweaty fanny, right? And he's like, I've just bought 80 fucking packets of Skips, right?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
What?
Was,
even I didn't know
that
about
was
this.
the genitals evening. It did smell like bollocks in that night.
Yeah, I want to walk in here sometimes and go, why is he whipped cream in the shower? And Joe goes, I'll tell you about that later.
Yeah.
I want that Joe back.
Yeah.
I want Dimitar Berbatov telling you to fuck off.
That was
I
good,
want
wasn't it?
that
There's some
again.
good stuff in
I
that.
love that. Come on,
Well,
let's
let's see
have
what we can
enough
do.
of all this analysis and insight and all that. If you want any of that drivel, we'll listen to him.
Let's have a laugh.
Right,
Analysis.
let's have you dancing down Deansgate or whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
Daniel Kirk says, early Wally of the week, shout pretty Patel for wanting to send Ukrainians to Rwanda to get documentation. What a dreadful human being. A wise man called her something else. He called her a see you next Tuesday, and I'm glad to agree with him. Caleb Dirtil says he's been a member of the league, first team 40 months. Shout out to Wayne Rooney for putting up a fight, but ultimately being
got down,
unable
haven't they?
to come over. A 21-point deduction, impressive still what he managed to do.
Best job in football. That.
You can't argue with what. Loads of people in the comments saying bring Joe back. Kevin says bring Joe back. Ross Murphy Late Night Live, laughing emojis. Trond Eric Hoyvik says give us our Joe back. Santa Notch says hashtag make Joe again. Late Night Live. Everyone absolutely. Do you know what I have? I'm not just saying this. I've been stopped at Old Trafford. People asking me about Late Night Live.
Yeah, I know.
You, honestly,
It was fun.
People love that. Yeah.
It was that I didn't have a Friday
And do
night
you know what,
for a
right?
year.
That's tough shit.
you know
We're
what?
willing to
It
make
took
that
a lot to
sacrifice
film
for you.
it by myself
We're
every
willing
week.
to sacrifice your
Anyway,
Friday night.
we'll sort that.
Yeah. Is that
We'll
you
sort
promising?
it. Thursday nights.
Promising, then.
Listen,
Yeah.
this is why he's so fucking
He's
delusional about
promising.
us getting top 4. Might as well let you in. Yeah, if we're not in Europa League, we'll do Thursday nights.
There you go.
Yeah.
If United get Champions League,
Yeah.
I'll bring it back on Thursdays.
Thursday nights. Right, and you've
What a
swore, haven't
treat.
you? You've promised, haven't you?
Promise.
On his mother's grave. Yeah.
My mother isn't dead.
Right,
I swear,
Yet,
I swear on
Joe.
your hair's grave.
Jay, she's not dead yet, Jay.
Sergio Lopez
No, she's
says,
all right.
Hey, am I wrong?
we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Eric, except me. Hope bitter jar.
You made a deal with him, didn't you?
Yeah, because I want to be one of those 1 in 7 that don't die. Sergio Lopez says, when Ten Hag eventually wins the league, Jesus Smith to shave his head, make it happen.
Have you seen the size of his head?
Yeah.
Would you shave your head?
It's a
when
right
Ten
fucking
Hag wins the
dome,
league?
like.
No, I won't. If you said to me, shave it, and I can guarantee he will, then I would.
Yeah.
But if he's going to do it anyway, why do I have to shave my head? You shave your head if you love it so much.
If he wins the league...
No, if he wins the league,
Yeah.
you grow your hair.
All right, I'll grow the Dr. Phil that you always go on about. He always says I'll have
that all
a
you
Dr.
can do?
Phil.
Is that all you can do?
During lockdown, it's that bad, right?
It looks like he's got one of those
Yeah.
pillowcase things from an airplane.
just
and
higher up.
put it a bit
When I
higher
had
up.
COVID, right, it's that bad. I was up once at the top of my stair, at the top of our
Top of the
house,
stairs.
on top of the stairs in our house at the top floor.
Like, curled up at the top.
And I ate that much. The only person who saw me is my missus. We've got 3 kids. We lived together for 8 years. And I was even shaving it then. I didn't even like her seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, no.
If we win the
But
league,
if we win the
I think you
league,
should do
I
a
will
hair
grow a
swap.
full. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a Dr. Phil with a comb over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton style. If we win
what's
the
he
league,
doing? He's
he's
going
shaving
bald.
his hair. What are you going to do?
I'm
Shave
not
a
going
bit.
bald, but I'll cut it.
You what?
To be fair, come January, I might be shaving it anyway.
Well, that's not a deal, is it? You can get a tattoo on your face.
Just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a Mike Tyson. Will you get a Mike Tyson tattoo? If we're
Not
not
allowed.
We'll switch.
We'll think of something for you. Give us a comment. Let us know what Jay. I'm Jay. He's Steve. Let us know what Steve can do. Lewis Taylor says, "What's your favourite post-Fergie era moment up to now?"
Rashford in PSG.
Yeah, that was the one time I
yeah.
felt almost as happy as I can be.
Yeah, no,
I
I
nearly
think
passed
that-
out with cheering.
Yeah, there's a few. That's
Oh,
up
imagine
there.
that and Everest as well. The boys.
Everest
Just didn't last long enough.
37 seconds.
At least with
21
Rashford, you got
Yeah.
the full night.
I was telling you the
Everest
other day
was
when we met at Everett,
second.
didn't I? And we met him and we was talking about that. I said to him, like, he gave us 30 seconds in Munich that was ace. He went, do you know what? We were all celebrating. We were all thinking, why isn't Newer celebrating with us? And he wasn't. He was grabbing the ball. Stockton Frio says, what do you think Ten Hag does with Harry Maguire? Right. Can we have it? No. Go on, give me your honest opinion. What do you think? Because some of the stuff
I think
is
he
a
plays
little
him.
bit just ridiculous now.
I think he plays him.
Right. Go on. What do you think?
I think you'll probably have to play him because he's not a prayer. He gets to replace all of the missing pieces in one window. I don't reckon he likes him, though. I reckon he tolerates having him.
Yeah. I mean,
You see Triple S fucking tweeted a compilation of his passing out today.
I hate that though. I hate
That's not
compilation
fair, though,
vids.
is it?
Like, you
What?
can get a
Is
compilation.
it a bad compilation? A compilation of bad
Triple
passes?
S, no, Triple S is his agency.
Oh, they did? Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, God.
Like, look at this, world class or some shit
No.
like that.
Okay,
Stop
well,
all
that's
that.
sad as well.
Oh,
I thought
so-
if it's a compilation of shit passes, everyone's got a
I hate
compilation
that when
of shit
people put
passes.
Benny Hill music to it and all
Yeah.
that. It's like, you can make Eric Cantona look daft if you pick the right clips.
No one's
It's
got
not
100%
easy, obviously.
pass success rate.
But there's everyone, gives away the ball. I hate all that stuff.
But yeah, it's also
if
sad.
his agency's doing it, that's just ridiculous. Also see Oran says, don't judge managers by their time at PSG. The club is as dysfunctional as United. Both Tuchel and Emery have achieved more with less talent after PSG. In terms of Wally's of the week, where's my sorry, I think Alex Bagley sent me the some people. We asked for your Wallies of the week on the Telegram chat that we've got, which is part of our members section. Extra content on the members section, and also we've got a Telegram chat you can get involved in as well. We asked people for Wallies of the week. I've got a few here that I'm going to read out while you two think of yours. Taryn Camplin says whoever booed Pogba. Max Kelly says Burnley board for firing Dyche. Josh Carroll says Maguire for volleying Pogba. Minch Horchland says oh no, sorry, he's just saying about Wayne Rooney doing well and beating Fulham. It's a shame it's not worked out there. Parky says the Wally is surely Zach Steffen for pissing about with it and getting tackled by Sadio Mane. Thanks for them, and do send us in some more. Joseph, my friend.
It's tough, innit? I think it's probably Tottenham and Arsenal for just giving us hope. I'm sat here for the first 10 minutes of this video talking about how I think we might get top four.
Wanker.
Yeah, I know. And I don't want to be
Who's
that
this
guy.
loser?
I don't
Where'd you
want
get him from?
I don't want to be that guy that thinks we
Aye.
can still get top four when we've been as
That's why
shit as we've
Fancamp's
been
in
this
fucking
season.
right off.
Right.
And that's why
You end up with people
Arsenal
like him.
and Tottenham are Wallies of the week because they've given me hope. It's
Can I-
disgusting. That's the one thing I'd given up on this season. I had none left, and now I've got a little bit.
I'm going to be different, right? I usually go political. I'm not going to go political this time.
Loser.
You're going for the Higgs boson particle.
I'm going to make my Wally of the week the person that criticised Stephen Alson, and I criticise Stephen Alson constantly, but the person that criticised him for slagging off Priti Patel. Because you called her a C next Tuesday, didn't you? On Twitter.
Yeah.
And I saw someone saying you shouldn't say that about Priti Patel. Why not? That is exactly what she is.
He's like, she's a woman, you're like,
Is she?
not sure she's
the
human.
devil incarnate. So that's my Wally of the week. Go on.
Derby County owners.
Oh. Controversial.
How come?
Running a fucking football club like an absolute fucking...
He went for the job and they went with Rooney.
Yeah.
So he
Who's
said,
got more experience now?
Exactly. He said, what? Hey?
At this point, Wayne Rooney.
At this point, him. Because he's actually got qualifications.
What about that?
He's very much the school of hard knocks, and he's got.
Get involved in the chat. Let us know your Wally of the weeks. Let me see if anyone. Just people saying.
People who can't take jokes about fucking Bruno crashing, you absolute drips, get some mates.
Get some. Just people saying gutted for Derby currently relegated. Abdullah Ibrahim says Derby relegated. Yeah, some people saying Tellez as well as a Wally of the week.
What tell us then?
But didn't have a good game, but then again, no one really did they? Apart from Ronnie.
Our defending was fucking comically bad. Comically bad.
It was bad, wasn't it? And, you know, that's the sort of positivity we're taking in with ourselves. Abdul Ibrahim also in the super chat says, Derby have been relegated. Will Rooney stay? Do you think he'll stay at Derby?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't think so.
I think he'd probably get a big offer.
Unless he gets him promoted, his stock isn't going to be higher.
What's the odds on him being given the Everton job or offered the Everton job at the end of the season?
Yeah, I think he'd take it then.
They just about stay up.
Sack Lampard.
I think he should stay,
Spank Lampard.
I think he stays there.
Who, Rooney?
Yeah, I do. I think if he stays
it depends on
there.
the sanctions.
Why though?
Because
What's he get out of that?
Because
he don't love Derby.
have they not got a new owner lined up?
I'm not sure what the crack is with him.
I
but
thought they did.
Either way, I think people expect you to go, so I don't think it's necessarily a negative if you go. You go, look, I tried my best. The owners are pricks. Someone surely is going to offer him a job. Surely.
Yeah.
Sam Allardyce is out here getting jobs. He's getting a job.
I just feel if he stayed, that'd be amazing. I think that'd be such a sort of break in the mould.
It'd be romantic.
It would,
What if they finish 12th next season? Then he's
But I
not
don't
getting
think he
a
loses
Premier League
anything.
job for 5 years.
I don't think he does. I don't think it matters.
No,
like
it
Frank
does.
Lampard bombed at Everton, Chelsea,
Yeah,
and
but-
still got the Everton job because
Alright.
he's Frank Lampard.
One thing's bombing at Chelsea, the other thing is doing an average
But
job
everyone
with
knows
Derby.
at Derby what you've got no money. You're playing children. They had a
Yeah, but-
16-year-old come on the other day.
They're going to
Do you
be
know what I mean?
expected to win League One.
They
though.
couldn't even keep hold of Phil Jagielka, who's 73.
he's
Like people are going to go, oh, he's just on a hiding to nothing there. I don't think he loses anything if he stays.
Yeah,
and I don't think
there's
he
no
will finish
asterisks
12.
next to
I
it.
think he does all right.
I think he moves on. I think he gets offered a job, and I think he moves on.
I'm not going to blame him if he does. I just think it'd be nice if he stayed, and I think he can
I
actually
reckon he
still
could
come out
probably get a
of it looking
relegated
well.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? It'd be good
Norwich.
to see Rooney eventually back in the Premier League, though. Do love Wayne Rooney. Do you think, right, there's this argument going on Twitter today, do you think he's a little bit underrated by some people?
Yeah.
As a player, or as a
Because-
manager?
Yeah, as a player.
Both.
Yeah.
Because
both.
it's like, his record's just stupid.
There's
so
still a prevailing theory
ridiculous.
that he didn't live up to his potential. Oh, he's the best English player
That's
for the
like
last...
the Ronaldo Brown
He's the best
school
English
of
player
thought.
since, what, fucking Kevin Keegan?
Yeah,
Or
like
Bobby
United,
Charlton.
record scorer for United, record scorer for England,
the
5
lot.
titles, whatever it is.
yeah.
The lot.
Won the lot. Won literally every
The
club trophy you can win.
lot.
The only reason we didn't win the Euros because he got injured.
In a style of doing it that really no one else was doing.
Yeah.
Like, not... Yeah, if you're a tenacious, hard-working, all-action, play anywhere on the pitch type player, you didn't get 250 goals. Like, you had to either be one or the other, and he was doing both. You're either a specialist striker, and he wasn't that. He just did everything. He was an unbelievable player. Easily the best English player since, I would say, Charlton.
Yeah, I mean, he's a contender for the greatest English player of all time. Have
Yeah.
you seen the Gaza documentary, by the way? Have you seen it? The new 2-part?
No.
There's a new one out. It's on iPlayer. Have you seen
I
it?
don't like watching Gaza stuff at the moment because he sounds in pain talking.
It's very much archive.
All right.
It's very much. There's no.
He's hard work to listen to.
No. I hear you on that one, but he's barely in it modern
Got
day.
any cocaine?
Yeah, I know it is sad. It is
Yeah,
sad
it
and
is.
it's drastic. And you also are. You always have that feeling. I know you probably think the same as like it could have been different if he'd have come to United, like he'd agreed to.
When you're looking at players like this, I mean, obviously he's passed away now. Fucking hell, name's just completely escaped me. United manager recently passed away.
Franco Farrell.
No. Tommy Dock. Sorry, yeah, Tommy Dock. On Too Good to Go Down documentary, he's edited quite well. Sounds like he's all there and he's sharp and he's having a laugh.
Did you meet Doc here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did as well.
He gave us his number, actually. Yeah, sound.
I
spoke to him-
interviewed him a couple of times. He was
I
sound.
spoke to him over the phone a couple of times because he was supposed to have been coming in, but he's like, I'm not too well. Then obviously he passed away, so he wasn't lying. But he was like, I'm a bit rough at the minute, but I'll come in and I'll chat to him. But like, it was fucking hard work to talk to him.
Was it?
Obviously, he was close to the end.
Right,
You speak to
mine
him,
was a long time ago, well, 10 years ago.
and he'd kind of stare at you, and you kind of like, I don't know if did he hear me then? And then he'd reply, and you're like, I don't really think we could do a podcast there. I might be able to do an interview that we edit, but. And I get that kind of vibe off Gaza at the
Because he
minute.
does like Q&As and stuff, doesn't he, live? And he's got himself in trouble there by saying things he shouldn't say. And he's obviously not well. You know, mentioned the video where he's asking someone on camera for cocaine. He's obviously just, you know, and you can see it in the documentary. It goes through a few things. You see, you know, when it started going wrong with England, and his marriage was
I mean,
disintegrating.
what him and Jimmy Five Bellies did, just like who can stay awake the longest, drinking sleeping pills and red wine.
Yeah.
Just as something to do.
It's mad. It is mad. but
Professional footballer.
It is sad as well, and if it's worth, you know, just and obviously he's nothing to do with United, but he's if you're a football fan, which I presume you are, then check it out. Joe, what's next on the horizon? It's me and thee tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, me, you, Adam McCullough for the watch.
For the watch along.
Liverpool tomorrow
And
night.
we'll be getting the post-match reaction from Stephen Howson as
top
well.
four run
So
continues.
he'll be giving his thoughts on the inevitable Manchester United win.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do them lot. Don't you worry about that, yeah? Yeah, this has been the Paddock Podcast. Steve, what have you got? So you got anything coming out? Vibe with 5 and all that?
Vibe with 5 with Anton today. I think it's already out. Liverpool preview in the morning. That's a barrel of laughs.
Positivity, is that?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that just how many goals we're going to win by? Is that what you'd sort of...
No, Jay,
talking
it's
about?
not.
Is it not?
No.
That's what we are. Come on. 3 points in the bag, that. Surely. Go and check out his Vibe with 5. Go and check out his channel as well. Make sure you're checking out me and Joe and Adam McCullough tomorrow for the watch-along for Manchester United's trip to Anfield. This has been the Paddock Podcast. Thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring us. Check out the link in the description where you get 20% off and free shipping. Thanks for watching.